Hello, welcome everybody to another session of Another One Bites the Dice. Session number 25. This is my mom. She's visiting. She's watching over my shoulder. Everybody say hi.
Hi, Tyler's
There
mom.
we go.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Tyler's mom.
We are here, session 25. As I put on Facebook, we are a quarter century old. So everybody's going to die tonight. Because this game's going on way longer than I ever thought it would. So, and like we all need to get our lives back. So I think TPK tonight. We'll get together, Vamping for Time next week.
You
and
killed
then
all of us
we'll just call it.
That's not true.
Please.
Hector has never died. That's very fair. But before we get started...
We can't end the campaign until Hector's died.
That's fair. Before we get started, I want to introduce my lovely, wonderful players. So starting with Kelsey, go.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. This
That's
is Varda. I play Winnie, Fatouine. She's an artificer, and she's died 2 times now. Both times with Zoot. So I feel like it's a bonding experience at this point.
Willa?
That's all I got.
Hi, my name's Liana, and I play Willa, a mute bard.
Nell.
Hi, I'm Nell. I play Lady Isadora Mariana Coletta Louise de Carlisle, who is a Twilight cleric of Corellin with a fun sprinkling of ranger for stabbing.
James.
Hey, my name's James. I am playing a Harengon basketball player.
It's a new voice mod,
named
James.
Lola.
That's not...
You don't have a voice mod prepared for Lola? I'm disappointed.
I wish. No, I'm not playing Lola Bunny.
Oops,
so I
sorry,
wish.
Y'all.
I'm playing Zoot. Zoot Scythemont, the Wyvernborn. What is he? Paladin. Paladin Barbarian. Barbaladin. Barbaladin. Yeah. I smash.
He smash, and then he pray about smashing. Hector.
Hello, my name is Sam. I play Hector, who is a level 5 level 5 ranger. And so far I'm the only party member to not have died. So yeah, I hope if we do a TPK that Hector is at least the last one to go.
We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling tonight, what the vibe is. Speaking of, I need to turn this music off. All right. Is anybody hearing a, like, James, is that you? I was like, why am I hearing a jaunty Vamping for Time theme?
Completely forgot.
Glad I
had
didn't, like,
that going.
dive into the very serious intro.
I played it ironically when you disappeared before we went live because we were all just waiting in the elevator, the green room, and I completely forgot that I had that running this whole time.
Good. I feel
good.
It feels good. I'm glad. Good. Off to a great start, y'all.
Session 25.
Session 25.
You know what's funnier than 24?
25.
25.
All right. Last session began with a bit of a conundrum for our players. They were asked to give a name. That moment of choice came, and they began drawing these nominal straws, eliminating themselves one by one, unknowingly so, until only one name was left to be spoken. That was Willa's. And immediately, the black stone surface of the megaliths that they all stood before, behind the old bone grinder windmill, the site of their very recent victory over the hags that had stolen Isadora's essence, part of her soul, that black stone surface began to shimmer. And the form of Willa inside became much more than a reflection as it reached out through the stone and its hand gripped onto her sister's throat. Well, that kicked off a long, drawn-out session-long battle against this form, this reflection, this duplicate of Willa. One who appeared identical, but whose abilities far exceeded anything that our group of 5 had ever encountered. And it ended with all of them, save for their ally Esmeralda, either unconscious or dead on the field, including this strange reflection of their bardess Willa. Specifically, Zoot, Isadora, and Winter all experienced death once again in Barovia. But this time it was different. Rather than experiencing these sort of horrifying bargains, choices that needed to be made, agreements that had to be accepted, they entered this state of limbo. And they began to hear the voice of the Seeker, the Forest Fane, one of the Sisters 3. And an immense wave of gratitude overcame them from this deep, ancient power, because, as they learned, they had stripped this evil from this sister's home. They returned, were brought back to life. There is a cost that is still unknown, and her and the land will extract a cost at some point, she promised, but they are alive. And our group of 5, plus their ally, headed back to their wagon and bedded down for the night, understanding that the evil of this one particular place within the realm is gone. But the reconsecration ritual that needs to be done may not be complete.
Is the consecration not complete?
Winter, as you sleep, you're visited by that same voice of the Seeker, the one who thanked you profusely for curing the ills that affected her home. And she asks you a question. And rather than hearing this voice, you sort of just understand the question inside your dream and inside your mind. Do you remember what Ava told you?
Is this the question the Seeker's asking me, or?
Mhm. That's the question you're hearing in this voice in your head. Do you remember what Ava told you?
Something about having faith, and everything really isn't as always as it seems, but I didn't put much thought into it because, I mean, it was just a tarot card reading. I don't really put a lot of value into such things.
You hear the symbol. And it's just words repeating over and over again. The symbol. The symbol. So you all come to consciousness in the morning. You wake up. Esmeralda is already awake long before you all. She has a fire going. She's preparing a meal before you head out on the road.
I got all my hit points back overnight, guys.
Yes, so you all got a long rest.
Oh,
Isadora, you
that's a new
healed
feeling.
everything. You are back to full HP.
You're welcome.
Big hugs.
And Esmeralda just sort of scans the group as you wake up and leave the Vardo and approach the fire and salute. Just asks, where are we off to? Which way should we go?
Yester Hill. Past the village, below it, not through. The village, the city, Vallaki, the hellscape. Around it, and then as quickly as we can onwards.
If we leave the road, it is going to make the trip much longer.
If we go through the city, it was bad last time we were there.
You keep saying this, bad. What do you mean by bad? It is... I do not know how a place like that could be any worse than it already was.
Lady Vokta invited all of her vampire friends in to burn buildings and kill anyone who they didn't like and put their bodies on stakes for a mile around the outside of the city.
And we helped her. You're forgetting that bit, Lee, is...
I'm not forgetting it. I've been very open.
No, I
about
remember
that
you
fact.
mentioning that. Yes.
But she lied to us. She said she was a watcher, and she wasn't. She was a Vokter.
We're a bit too trusting. We've learned this the hard way several times over.
So
This is truly a terrible place.
So wait, why? I whisper to Isidore, why are we trusting this person again?
She has a wagon.
Okay.
Perhaps we can send Willa, you have invisibility. Perhaps we can get close to the city. You can go scout it out, see if it looks more dangerous to go through the city or around, and then we can make our judgment based on how things appear from your scouting.
Yeah, I can do that.
If only one of us had Pass Without Trace.
If only.
Perhaps you could cast your spell on our friend Hector, who is very sneaky.
Wait, Hector has passed without a trace. He's casted it on us before.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying Leanna. Who's Leanna? I have a nosebleed. That's Willa. That's the
Just
first time I've done
Slammed
that
right through that
this
fourth
game.
wall there. Just
Oh my God.
punched it.
You can't tell. I'm out of character brain and in planning brain. The accent is just kind of there. Perhaps Willa can cast invisibility on Hector. I can give him a bit of help as well, and he can scout out the city quickly and return. Let us know which way would be wisest.
I'm all right with that.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Tyler, it's so cute that your mom is watching us play. I'm obsessed.
Sorry. Hey, everybody. My mic was muted. We got the in-person audience audio so that we don't hear the echo. We're all set. We're back. We are back and ready to rock and roll. Okay, so
Yeah, Hector is all right with that plan. Although he would bring up, I brought up the thing with the vials Should we smash all of these?
No, we should put them back so someone else can come find
Well,
them
all
and
the rest
carry
of
on.
the vials that I took, they're all smashed.
Right. Oh, then we leave the rest of them behind.
But the vials that I smashed before, their essences went to the people.
They went as far as they could. We don't know what the range is. We know that if they didn't make it there, they just disappeared. So I would rather not risk it. Leave them here for the people to come find if they can.
We can spread the word as we go along, just saying how the hags have
Spread the
been
word.
how hags have been killed, and those who lost something to them may retrieve it.
Correct.
It will be some time until we, let's see, we take, it'll be about half a day to get to Vallaki from here. We could be there by late afternoon, and then we could decide. We could wait outside the city gates until nightfall, and then you could go inside after dark, if we think that would be easier. Or
We killed that hag. We can take on anything. I say we charge in.
I also think between invisibility and Hector's natural stealth, he should be able to at least check it out during the day.
Picture it.
As little time as we waste, the better.
We're super powerful now. And now imagine we are invisible and we attack out of a massive ambush. Unstoppable.
do you know if the Vokters have any of Strahd's minions in the city?
Yes. The answer is
almost
yes.
certainly.
Right. Then I do not think open combat is the best idea. It is. I appreciate you, Zoot. I do. But I fear that we would be overmatched very quickly, even with the 6 of us.
It's fine. We'll do the sneaky stuff. That tends to work anyway.
Now, I can't remember. Have you all... Esmeralda does not know about the book, correct?
That we got from
the Mardikovs?
from the lady, the old lady.
Well, Jenny gave you part of it, and then the Mardikovs gave you...
Jenny, yes.
I haven't, and we have not told Esmeralda about
Hector
that.
also doesn't know about a book.
No, you do not.
We have 2 books.
Hector doesn't know about either.
You have pages from Jenny.
Pages and a
then
book. I also have a genealogy book. It's going to be really useful, guys. I also have a Saucy Bard's Tale book.
Ooh.
I also have 32 bottles of perfume, so, like, I'm ready for anything. All right, I suggest we get on the road.
Yes, I think...
If we're okay with the plan to get to Vallaki.
The food is almost ready. We can eat as we go. All right, and she says, Dravash, the horses apparate the front of the cart. You all load up, and you are on the road. Do we want to jump ahead to your arrival, or do you want to... Anybody need to have a conversation while you're in the cart? Winnie, you need to have a conversation?
I would like a quick conversation, yeah.
Okay.
Shocking. We want to talk? Who could have guessed?
I love it.
Well, I'll start
Did you
then.
want to go first? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say I'm assuming I'm next to Winnie anyway, so I will just ask Winnie and maybe anybody else nearby. I'll say,
Okay, so I'm not ready. There we go. I know we killed the one sister, but how many sisters are there?
You guys killed a sister?
We've killed
3.
2 of the
Okay.
hags.
Oh,
There's one more.
Well,
wait.
no,
I thought
so-
this...
No, we've killed all 3 of the hags.
Yeah, not the
No,
hags.
Never mind, ignore me.
No, the
The
sisters.
The Thanes. The sisters.
Thanes. That's the word. Thanes.
Thanes.
So there's 3 of them. We have to kill.
Thanes with
We
an
have to
S.
kill
F. Thanes with an
Sanes.
No,
we have to kill
F.
all 3 of the Sanes.
One of those fancy old Fs that looks like an S.
You guys have been killing
Yes.
saints.
No.
I'm just gonna call them Saints because that's easy for me.
They
So
were in
the
a
3
row. There were
Saints-
3 of them.
the Saints row. So there it is, everybody. Congratulations, we made it. We made a joke. No. So our goal right now, just so I know what our goal is, but to make sure we're all on the same page here, we have to kill the 3 Saints. We killed 1. When they're all dead, we can kill Strahd.
Pretty much.
Okay.
The idea
And
is
then-
that they'll weaken his power.
When do we get the dragon?
Dragon starts with D.
Yeah.
So
And D is above S for saints.
I was going to say, this is very confusing if it's not in alphabetical order. I've gotten very used to that organizational pattern.
It's alphabetical order, don't worry. A is acquire gear. Actually, no. A is acquire Ismark alive. B is bring back gear to kill Strahd. C is kill spelled with the C, Strahd. D is dragon for Zoot.
Okay, I got you. We're on the same page now.
I'm not.
Yeah, because H comes after D, and Hector doesn't come until then.
Right. Exactly.
Is Hector spelled with
You're
an
doing
H?
so good, dude. I'm so proud of you.
That was like a 50-50 shot. I wasn't sure if it was an H or a K.
Hector?
Which part of
Yeah.
Hector?
Hector?
What am I missing? You can't.
Was Hector spelled with an H or a K?
Yeah, the H is the line, and then the line, and then the line, and then the K is the one with the line and the half of the beef jerky. Right?
Exactly! Zoot!
So I don't remember H or K, Hector.
H.
H,
It's,
okay. Yeah, I remember
3
that.
strips of beef jerky. It's
Thank
3
you.
beef jerky.
Okay. H is after D, and D is for dragon, and A is for Ismark, so let's go!
A is for acquire Ismark. Ismark starts with an I.
Ismark does not sound like something that starts with an I. Ismark definitely starts with an E, and I'm pretty sure of that. But you're right, acquire Ismark starts with an A.
Look, I'm just trying to mess with Zoot at this point. 'cause
Yes,
I
so
don't
the
know if
messing with Zoot happens. The question is, Zoot, did you get your question answered? I don't think you did.
I'm not sure, but I think we can leave it at that.
I'd like to have a conversation with my sister.
Mhm.
So you gotta stop turning me invisible.
Why?
Did we seriously?
Winter jumps off the cart and runs. Leaps off the cart and goes.
Did she drop out?
You
right
dropped
then at
out
that
right when
second?
she said,
Oh,
Kelsey,
oh,
come
wait,
back.
hold on. Is she back?
Kelsey, come back.
Why?
Oh. All right, she's back. Kelsey, you gotta stop
back?
turning me. You gotta stop turning me invisible, and then you dropped, and then you turned invisible.
Oh, that's a
And I thought it was a bit for a second. Totally did. I was like, oh, she turned her camera off. That was good. And then you were gone.
yeah. You gotta stop turning me invisible.
Why?
Because I don't want you to.
I need to keep you safe.
You need to keep
And
you safe. I need to keep me safe.
I'm fine. You're the one that
Yeah.
died. I'm fine.
But like, you can't just go around doing whatever you want to do without thinking I would be offended by it. Congratulations, I still live, but I'm mad at you.
Why are you mad at me?
Because you're coddling me, and I don't need that right now.
You're a child.
I'm 16. What am I? I'm 16.
Yeah.
I might be 17. I don't know how time works in this place.
You're 16, and you're my responsibility.
I'm not. I'm your family. I'm not
I
your
know-
responsibility.
I promised Dad that I would
She's your
take care of
responsibility.
you.
You kind of failed at that.
You can't hear any of this, motherfucker.
All in her head. Because Willa can't
damn.
speak.
Like, I don't know what to tell you other than I need you to like stop with the whole protecting business because it's doing more damage than it's doing good, I think. You know how we made that rule? We have to ask Zoot if it's okay to use magic on him before we do it. I'd like that rule to apply between you and me now because I get that you want to protect me and you feel like it's your responsibility. But with the same right, you're taking away my freedom to choose and make my own decisions. How will I ever learn what is right to do if you keep trying to decide for me?
Okay. Fine.
I respect you. I want you to respect me.
I stop answering.
Vardo continues down the old Sphalic Road.
I'd like, as we ride, just to generically ask Esmeralda questions about the history of Barovia, the culture of the Vistani, customs hall. Just trying to, we have actually learned very little about this country. You don't need to like answer now, Tyler. I'm just trying to get a little bit more of a sense of this land we're in, because not understanding it has not done me any favor.
Yeah, I mean, you learn a few new pieces of information that are kind of particular to Esmeralda's experience living here. So you learn that her she refers to herself as a Mordu, and you learn that she is a member of the Vistani who she's kind of gone through the history of her people and where she grew up. She grew up near the encampment where you met Ava for the first time. But she left. She's no longer considered a Vistana by her kinfolk. That's why they refer to her as a Mordu, as somebody who has left the tribe and has basically been exiled from her people. And the reason that she did this is because she sort of explains that she wanted to kind of research and delve deeper into what was causing this land to be so depressed and depraved and evil, and really sort of begin hunting the evil that perpetrates the land. And so she linked up with an older sort of monster hunter named Van Richten.
Rictavio!
And
He's the one we're supposed to kill.
No?
you learn about sort of her relationship with Van Richten, their sort of difficulties with each other because of a history that she's very, very kind of vague about and kind of skirts around.
Don't press it.
But that she does know kind of where he tends to be, although she hasn't seen him for a while. It's been months since they've been together. And then she kind of talks a little bit more about the kind of general atmosphere of the last time that she was in Vallaki was before you all were there. And she remembers and knows Irwin. And knows that he and his family are connected in ways that are beyond simply interested innkeepers and sort of good Samaritans. They are deeply invested and have really large networks, it seems, that are interested in taking on the power that Strahd has over the land.
That tracks. I'd specifically love to know where Van Richten often is and if she knows the name Skyain. Who could have predicted?
She doesn't recognize that name.
Right, fair.
Presses a little bit, and it's up to you whether or not you want to give up the information on sort of what is this. You're saying this is something that's communicating to you, that has given you a name?
In dreams, mostly. It has given me a name. It offers me a lot. It asks for little in return, which should be very telling.
She's, as you're telling her this, she's like, you see like a fresh page in that big sort of journal that she's kind of always got near her. And she like gets a new page ready. She asks you to spell the name how you think it would be spelled. Starts a new page, gets the heading. Did you see any? Did it manifest itself? Was it a creature? Was it a person?
I have not seen it ever. I've heard its voice many times. It tried to pretend to be gods for some time. That didn't go over very well, and it gave up that charade. It knows my thoughts and my desires and my abilities and my plans. It says it wants Strahd gone, demolished. For what purpose, I don't know.
Yes.
That's all if you learn anything, I don't know how you would ever get it to me, but if you ever do come across any information. One more question. The Vistani sometimes are able to travel back and forth through the mists. Do you ever make these journeys? Or no longer?
Once when I was very young, I traveled with my mother, but I have not since I was a very, very small child. And even I am skeptical still about their professed ability to leave the realm. I am not sure if when they go through the mists and return, if they've actually ever gone elsewhere, or if they merely exist within the mists and simply reappear somewhere else in the realm. Trying to, I cannot remember what it was like. I just only heard stories from my mother that we did go through, but no, I have no memory of it. And anyone that you talk to, it is it is strange. It is almost as if they leave this realm, but enter a realm that is exactly the same. So the question is, have they left, or are they merely just in a different kind of plane of being, but in the same location? It is It is all very confusing, and I have yet to meet anyone who can give an explanation or a straight answer. Yes.
Well, thank you. I hope you're not an evil lying traitor, because I'm grateful to be traveling with you, and we all owe you a great debt.
She sort of looks and just says, I hope the same for you all as well. We will see when we approach Vallaki, I suppose.
So.
Anybody else have anything, any conversations, things that you would want to sort of do while you're on the road before you arrive?
Yes, actually. I don't know if I've done this yet, but I'd like to remake a spiritual focus.
Yeah. In what fashion?
Since I gave it to that
you
like
did.
orphan.
Yes, you did.
Oh my god, the fucking children!
Oh shit, I brought that up. Sorry.
Wow.
Is there
Oh
still
my-
a baby child soul inside of Liana, or did that get released at some point?
It's been gone for a while.
Oh.
Or,
How much
or,
Zoot pays attention?
or has it?
Oh.
No, it has.
Or has it?
I sure hope so.
I would like to.
Is the question, is there a baby child soul in Liana or in Willa? Those are two very different questions.
I am so curious about both.
What's your spiritual
Stay
focus,
tuned.
Willa?
I'm going to
Hey!
I'm gonna spiritual focus a wine bottle.
All right. The bottle itself or the contents of said bottle?
The bottle itself. And I'll only drink wine out of this bottle from now on.
Crafting a spiritual focus, imbuing that bottle with the kind of essence of your spellcasting abilities, and
Yeah, if someone like looks over, I'm just like really intently like and my eyes are
nice.
Fancy.
So fancy.
That's it.
You round a bend on the road and the smell hits you.
Oh, good.
It's familiar because it's the same ghastly, awful stench that you experienced when you came upon the city from the opposite direction, when you were heading back from the winery towards the castle. The bodies are even more decayed, and it doesn't look as if new ones have replaced them. But there are no more, half alive or sort of living but in pain individuals. These are all just corpses and mutilated and animal chewed, and it's just baking in this overcast, sort of humid mist. And it is, if the smell could be worse than the first time you experienced it, it somehow is. And Esmeralda has not seen this and sort of just reels back after seeing the sort of first wave of bodies. She just leans over and retches over the side of the wagon and just takes a second.
I want to spray a bit of one of my 32 bottles of perfume onto a handkerchief and hand it for her. And I want to do the drunk girl in the bathroom thing and like hold her hair back and rub her back and whatever I can do. But I just kind of murmur prayers to Corellin and the Morning Lord and the Sister and any other god I've ever heard the name of.
You care a lot for this Esmeralda.
Me?
Yeah. Look, you're rubbing her back right now. I'm watching you.
Yes, she's throwing up.
Oh, you never rub my back when I throw up.
I have never seen you throw up, Zoot. I would gladly rub your back.
I don't
Anytime
actually.
you like. It doesn't have to be throwing up.
I don't have the
I have
ability to
nieces and
regurgitate.
nephews. I'm very good at
Like owl pellets.
sickness, illness.
Poisons in my body are actually extracted through an organ and then become a type of poison that typically I would imbue through my tail.
I will have one hand on Esmeralda and I'll reach out to rub Zoot back with the other hand.
I'm okay with this. I'll shut up.
The town sort of, the gates of the city loom before you, and they are wide open. No guards. You remember approaching the city from the last time from this direction. I mean, you were given an inquisition. They tried to take your weapons. They asked sort of really deep questions about who you were and why you were trying to enter the city, and made sure that
Boris
you.
and Natasha?
This was Boris and Natasha, and making sure that you knew the rules of the Baron and you respected them and followed them, because happiness is mandatory in Vallaki. And if you learned very quickly, two of you, that any sort of disturbances would be punished with imprisonment. But it is silent. There are a few crows cawing. A clutch of ravens sort of nests above one of the gates, just sort of looking out over the road. And as you approach, you see one of them kind of note you, and it quickly turns and flies, just leaps off the gate and turns and flies back into the city.
Don't like that.
I'm starting to regret my suggestion of sending Hector in alone.
I was going to ask, are we stopping here? Do we want to hide the wagon? Do we want to just continue forward? And what is the plan?
I know it's more time. How much more time to go around? Going in there, walking in there just seems like such a death sentence.
What if we booked it through?
It would be good to know if the Martakovs are still alive.
Then
But
we shouldn't bother with scouting. We should all just go together.
well, it could be one of you could go. I would hate to simply tear through the city and in the hopes that nothing will attack us without learning what we can. Fiona could be dead for all we know. Strahd could have put another puppet in her place. There are things that information could be helpful, is all I'm trying to say. But
Do you know anything about her daughter?
Fiona's daughter?
Yeah, the one that meows like a cat.
That's the first I'm hearing that she meows like a cat. No.
So, okay, cool. You don't know anything. Cool.
I forgot about that little creep.
Bad times. Vallaki is bad times.
I mean, I'll still go. You just have to tell me what I'm looking for.
No, I think we should.
I can go with him. I can go with him.
I would vote we ride the wagon and we play it as calmly as we can. We're travelers going through Valoki. If we get stopped, we hope we don't get stopped. But if I get outvoted, that's fine. I don't know what the right thing to do is.
Are you talking late? Willow, you're muted. Oh.
Zoot, what do you think?
I like the idea that we just run through. I, however, just want you guys to remember that I am very fast, but I am the slowest of all of you, apparently. So if we do just run through, I will cover the rear.
Well, we're not leaving the wagon. The wagon is coming with us.
Oh, we're running through, but we're actually riding through.
Yes.
I in my head I pictured all of us running through very quickly.
You could fly over.
We tried that once. It didn't go well.
You are more than welcome to run beside the cart if you choose.
I am not as fast as the cart. I am, like I said, I am the slowest one here, but I am very fast. Don't let anyone give you the wrong idea.
Wait, I have a question. Doesn't she make the wagon pop out of existence?
It's the horses.
The horse, I thought the wagon disappeared. Oh, okay, never mind. There goes my idea. I thought we could do like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids moment, and like Hector could be invisible and we could all disappear inside of his pocket.
I can disguise myself. If we're afraid of them recognizing me, I have a wonderful disguise we can fall back on.
Is it wonderful?
You mean the one where
I didn't know
was
that
bigger
Hector's
than the
seen
other?
it before. So you know what? Maybe it'll bring a smile to our face as we travel through the city.
I vote
Yeah.
Zoot disguises himself. This sounds like a good plan.
If all of you are able to either make yourselves unseen or obfuscate your faces in a way that would mean no one would recognize you. I have not been here in years, so I am not afraid of, being seen openly. And if I'm being honest, it does not look like many people are here.
I can't disguise myself, but I look at least a bit different than the last time I was here.
You have your parasol now. You can hide behind that.
Okay, so we are just going.
Wait, we should go.
Just
We
going
should
in.
go through.
Okay.
Zoot should disguise himself. Perhaps Hector should be invisible. Just better safe than sorry. Have one member of the party hidden, and we see what the street looks like. If it looks safe, we stop at the bar for information. If it doesn't look straight, we keep going on. If we get stopped, the usual. If we want, I'm lady. You're my servants. We're just traveling through. You don't have to be my servant, Esmeralda. We never really discussed that with you.
I thought we came to an agreement about me being a servant. I'm your
Right, no.
You're like
You're a
engine-
mechanic.
yeah. I'm your person. Okay, yes.
Oh, Hector, we didn't
Um,
discuss you either. You should be my servant. Esmeralda gets a choice. You can choose what position you want on my staff.
I'm sorry, what?
It's fun. Would you like to be a manservant, perhaps? Zoot's already bodyguard, so you could be a butler, I suppose, a gardener. You look a little wild, a little
Yep, Personal
mountain
cook. You
man-esque.
could be your personal cook.
Personal chef. I'm feeling gardener though. I think the mountain man really sells it.
Hector just looks at you and doesn't say anything.
Great. I'm gonna take that as a yes. I don't get to be snotty as Adora much anymore. Every once in a while, I'm gonna take the chance.
Okay, so we are going in. I think we should go slowly. Take our time and try not to draw attention to ourselves. And as we go, we can. just keep an eye out. I've seen this before in places that seem quiet and deserted. Just look to the rooftops.
Hector pulls out his longbow.
That is
Dude's
a
gonna.
I'll go ahead and cast aid on I'll cast it on the 3 girls. I'll cast it on Esmeralda, Willa, and Winter. It normally goes on Zoot, but he's pretty healthy.
And I
Like the
am I disguising? Did we decide that?
Yes, you are.
yeah, I think you should.
Great. Okay. Well, then I'll just.
Hector, you carry a crossbow, yes?
Yeah, and a longbow. I have both.
I hand you a repeating crossbow.
Ooh.
Pick this up. You could probably use it better than I can.
Oh, Zoot.
I can
Um,
certainly try.
Oh, God.
And I also hand you
Why, James,
masterwork crossbow bolt, a
Gee.
silver crossbow bolt, and yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
sick.
This,
While we're stacking up Hector, I'm gonna cast see invisibility on him so that you can see invisible things.
wait, I can see invisible things?
I'm hoping you become invisible as well, but I figure you've got good eyes, you're a good scout. I'll give you that power.
I mean, I don't
Especially if you're hidden.
I probably
thought
don't
Zoot
need to
was
be
the
invisible.
watcher.
He has enough stealth where he'll be fine.
Right. Well, I'm still giving you see invisibility.
That's more than fair. I don't see repeating crossbow in the D&D Beyond. Do we have stats on that?
Did I send you those?
You did not. I just wrote down everything I bought.
Let me pull it up, and I'll send it to you in Messenger, Sam.
This is what I got from Chelago.
Yes.
Chelago.
Okay.
So he will pardon me. He will arm himself with that instead of the longbow.
Only use the masterwork bolt for like emergencies. I only have one of them. Well, now you only have one of those.
So he'll load it up with regular bolts and then keep the masterwork bolt for.
You do
Great.
have you have one that's silvered and then another one that's just a it's labeled masterwork.
Okay. I'll save those both for a rainy day.
Yeah.
All right. We're ready, yes?
Yes.
This is terrifying. And she just looks at Zoot and just says, I do not understand what is
I
happening.
am a human. Look at my smooth Montbranchi skin. Ooh, I bathe in your lukewarm waters.
It looks like Tom Brady.
I
That's
can
the
see it.
vibe I'm getting. It's terrifying.
Maybe it is Tom Brady.
All right, so you all proceed through. On both sides of the road, you see the bodies are just stacked up. As you get closer to the city, it's more like, rather than a few sort of scattered pikes, it's just like cordwood. These bodies are just laying by the side of the road. And you cross the threshold of the gates. the city is just, it's just empty. I mean, they're...
Ooh, nice map.
You come into the city and are immediately faced with deserted streets, torches lit, street lamps ablaze, but no shops are open, there's no one at the market. Seemingly no one anywhere.
This is easy. All right, let's keep moving.
Agreed.
Should we stop to look for supplies at all?
I don't know.
Is it worth it?
If there's if we pass any sort of jewelry stonecutter, getting a diamond would be beyond worth it. Nothing else for me, at least.
Tyler, I'll look for a piece of coal. They must have used some when burning all this stuff.
I mean, you definitely find, like, you can find coal. Like, that's not a problem. You find embers and... I mean, how much do you want to take with you?
At least 5 solid pieces, if I can. Shove it in my bag.
You've got 5 pieces of coal.
Yay! What's the catch?
Nothing. You are all moving through the town. You're picking up supplies. What else do folks want to grab, if anything?
If we pass a jewelry store or like cutter, like gemstone cuttery, I'd like to look inside of it.
Yeah.
Do we pass the pies? Were the pies ever sold in this town or no?
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Not that you remember. You remember mentioning them to Boris and Natasha, and they kind of knew of them, but were playing.
If I don't remember the pies are in this town, I'm not going to be looking for the pies.
Okay, you're just gonna eat one.
No, well, maybe.
Okay.
Zoot!
You sort of move forward through the streets, and you pass what you remember. The toy maker, Blinksy. You turn down one street and you can see his shop sort of down and deserted. Next door to him, though, you remember there was it wasn't a jeweler, but it was more of just a kind of like an arcane shop that may have some gemstones if you wanted to look inside.
I'd love to look inside.
Are you trying to be sneaky, or are you just trying to sort of open the door and head on in? And...
How do you feel about Pass Without a Trace, Hector? And coming with me on a little field trip?
Sure.
Ooh, are we all going, or just you two?
Someone should stay with the cart, but...
Well, I will stay with my cart, but if you all wanted to go in, I would suggest someone else staying out here with me to keep watch.
I can stay with you.
I'll go in then, if Willa can.
I'll go in then, if Willa can stay here.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Winter, do you want to stay or come?
Oh, I want to come. Maybe I could grab stuff too.
All right, Hector, you casting Pass Without a Trace?
Yep, and I'll give them the warning again. Just stay within 30 feet of me.
I would like to also go ahead and cast... Y'all, I'm burning through all my utility spells. Who gives a fuck? I would like to go ahead and cast Bless. I will upcast Bless at 2nd level, so I can hit all 4 of us for the next minute. Nope, that's an attack roll or a saving throw. Fuck it, that's not an ability check. Fuck that, I'm giving myself guidance. Fuck you
Guidance,
all.
there you go.
Just
One
guidance
person.
for me.
Guidance on is all right. I need all of you to make stealth rolls as you head on into the
And
shop.
add
Those of you that are
10.
going inside, and then add 10 to those.
Hector just rolled a 36.
36.
Jesus. 23.
5 plus.
You're not going inside.
Yeah, I am.
Or no,
Didn't I say-
sorry, you are going inside. Willa's staying
Yeah.
inside. Okay.
5
5 plus 10 is a 15.
Yeah, 5 plus. Well, yeah, 5 plus 10 plus 1 is a 50. Is 16.
16.
Yeah.
23.
All right. Very gently. Which of you is in the lead, by the way? What's the marching order?
Fucking Hector.
I was gonna say I'd say
Okay.
Hector would go
Hector's up
first.
front.
Yeah.
Okay, so Hector, you
I think a Zoot should be in the back.
very gingerly open the door, and somehow your skills, even a door that looks like it should be creaky as all hell, just silently opens. And you all sort of very, very gently enter into the store. You see a dusty countertop. Shelves behind are pretty barren, as if someone maybe left in a hurry. They're sort of scattered, picked through. The countertop itself looks undisturbed for a while. There's a clear layer of dust, cobwebs in places where you'd think someone would normally be moving fairly often if the shop was operational. No torches are lit inside. And there's a single book laying open on the counter.
Hector goes to inspect the book. You said it was laying open?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll go take a look.
You peer over the tome as it sits open on the table, and it's just one large word written across both open pages, and it just says traders.
I hate it. Thanks.
Yeah, so Hector will kind of like point at that, and he'll whisper, "What happened here again?"
Probably they were all killed because they weren't Strahd fans.
Oh,
We messed up, okay?
Wait, that's not our fault. We did not kill all of these people. It's their fault for being traitors.
Zoot. Zoot.
We didn't kill these people. I won't live with that on my conscience.
I'm gonna walk away from this philosophical argument to look for gems, potions, books, anything of any value.
yeah. Hector also looks kind of disgusted, and then
All right, who's looking for shit?
Hector.
Roll me on investigation checks, all of you individually.
Is this site?
I'd say, are you looking for specific things or just stuff?
Just
I'd say you
stuff.
could say it's sight and feel. So I'll give you. You're not disadvantaged.
Awesome.
15 total.
16 for Hector.
Oh, I've never rolled better.
19 for Winnie.
21, baby.
Is that with
Nice.
guidance?
Yes, that was with guidance. Ha, I have a -1 to investigation.
Oh,
Yes,
Jesus.
yes. I'm not a smart bean, okay?
All right. Did you all look sort of in the same spot, or did you look in different corners, different like behind the counter, some of you on the shelves.
I feel like
Spread
we all
and-
look different spots.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Tyler. After I saw Isadora walk and search through an area, I walked immediately into that area and searched behind Isadora.
She
yeah, that's
is-
what I did.
She is
Tyler.
blind, so you may have.
I am.
That's actually really
Challenge.
true. That's actually true. So I will say I just researched every area Isadora searched.
Okay. Well,
Thank
seeing as
you.
she
Thank
scored
you,
higher
Lucy.
than you, you find nothing because she found it all.
Good.
No, Zoot, you find 2 books sort of behind the counter, tucked under where it looks as if there's sort of a high chair behind the counter, some signage where the proprietor may have sat and taken money. 2 ledger books that are pretty full of transactions and inventory accounts. It has lists as you go down the page. You can kind of make out that, not specifically, but you can make out that there are, it's just a keeping tabs on who owes money, what items people have purchased.
I'm a sellsword. I know how ledgers work.
You also find, as you sort of tuck back behind those books, part of the shelf lifts up, and you find a small coin purse. It's got 20 gold in it, and it's
Sick.
just kind of underneath part of the shelf, clearly like a hidden, tucked away for a rainy day little pouch.
Ooh, 20 gold. I'll take it.
Hector and Winnie, you kind of fan in opposite directions, and really struggle because the places that you went are clearly picked over, ransacked, whether it was the owners leaving in a hurry or just people coming in after the fact and looting the shop. The inventory on the shelves is pretty picked through. However, you find a couple things. Hector, you find 4 bottles of a seemingly innocuous blue powder. It was just kind of they're tipped over, they're unbroken, but clear glass bottles, probably about like a can, like a tin can size, of a kind of dense, dark blue, powdery substance.
Oh, okay. Found the party drugs. Sounds good.
Winnie, you find 2 vials of liquid. One is like a brown, really sort of dull, a dull brown color. There's no real shimmer to it. The other one, though, is like a vibrant silver. It was sort of underneath and behind part of a shelf that had collapsed. It looks really expensive. It's in this sort of beautifully glass blown bottle. And this silvery substance, someone who was looting the shop, had they seen this, would probably have taken it because it looks important and it looks like something that would fetch a pretty good price if someone tried to resell it. Isadora, you head behind the counter, and as you sort of feel along the floor, you actually uncover, as people were looting, this rug that's behind the counter that seemed to just be decorative, was kind of bunched up in one corner. And as you feel along the outside edge of the rug, you feel a latch. And you lift open that latch and you find your way into a crawl space. And in that crawl space, you find a short sword, what appears to be like a go bag of supplies. So there are 2 health potions that you immediately spot and recognize as health potions. Like 2 weeks worth of rations. A bag with 50 gold, 32 silver, 10 copper. and 3 healer's kits.
Fucking sick! Fucking sick! Sorry, your mom is watching!
So, clearly, whoever left didn't have time to go for this bag, whether they left or whether they were taken. This clearly, like a survival bag, was left behind.
Sorry, so just to double check, short sword, 2 potions of healing, 2 weeks of rations, and 3 healing kits?
3 healer's kits, yep.
Thank you.
So you all sort of come back together with your findings. Do you investigate any further, try to find more to the shop, or do you just head back outside?
I take the
good
book
to
that
head
says
back out.
trader on it.
Yeah, grab it.
I now have 2 rapiers and a short sword, so if anyone needs any stabby weapons, let me know.
Elon, you good? All right. You all head back outside to Willa and Esmeralda. Isidore, you've got this like new bag slung over your shoulder. All right. Successful. Yes, clearly you found some things, but
Yes.
let's not linger. There wasn't anyone that came nearby while we were outside, but
Should keep moving.
we should keep moving. There was no one in there, I assume. I didn't hear any voices.
No.
Did you find anything of value or worth anything?
Some healing potions, some gold, a weapon if you want to add it to your collection.
Hector's just like, I found these, and holds up the vial of blue powder, and it's like, I don't.
Oh, is that drugs?
That's what I thought.
Cool.
Interesting. That substance is unfamiliar to me, and I am fairly well versed in the area of recreational and addictive substances. So, purely from an investigatory and educational perspective, it is.
Of course, purely.
And
Yes.
she points to like the journal next to her and is like, it is part of my job is to know these things so that I can be prepared.
Yes, part of the drugs. I mean, jobs. Yes.
Uh-huh.
But that is not something that I have ever come across. So I will be curious if we can find someone who is able to uncover or decipher what that is.
Can I look at the bottle and see if I recognize it from the brothel? Because I imagine we got a lot of, floating around.
Yeah. I mean, you can check it out. You want to make a history check.
Okay. All right. 17.
It's not something that you've ever seen before. The color maybe kind of rings a bell, but it was always something that you drank that was that sort of dark blue. It was never a powder.
Yeah.
And this is like a dense, like think like a really, really good like foundation powder. Like super dense, but also feels like, and as you shake it, it's like super light and cakey. It's like good. Not
Found some good shit.
It's not like gritty or sandy. It's
Where did you find this?
It was just on the shelves.
Is it marked for sale?
I don't think so.
Huh.
Although the place was
We should
kind
throw
of.
it on a vampire.
We should what?
We should try and throw it on a vampire.
Maybe.
It might supersize him or something. We should
Oh.
find somebody who can tell us what it will do.
Oh,
Do you want to give me a bottle? I can try and study it for a little bit to see what it does.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Super size.
Yeah, there was.
All right.
Yep.
Esmeralda just goes, all right, moving on.
I don't get it.
Oh, I understand the joke I made. I did not mean to make that joke, but I caught up. I figured it out.
What joke?
That was very
Can
inappropriate.
we try and find
Willa, are you proud of
Erwin,
me?
please?
Yes, let's continue on.
All right.
I don't get it. Zoot, what's the joke?
I'm going to lean into Winter. No, you know what? I'm not. Isadora barely knows anything herself. I'm not. I gotta be in character here.
You head down, further down the street across the way to the front of the Blue Water Inn. There's a light spilling from the front window. No noise coming from the inside, but there is a line of ravens sitting on the roof.
That's a good sign.
Esmeralda just sort of looks at you.
How long does
Yeah.
your... I was going to say, how long does your spell last, Hector?
An hour.
That's good.
It's also not cast on everybody, so
No, but at least on several of us. Esmeralda, do you want to go in and I can wait with the cart with someone?
I guess, you all have met Erwin, yes? And then,
I haven't.
and the boys.
Yes.
Nope.
You have not.
Yes.
Let me. Well, I think you all should go inside. I will pull the cart around the back, near their stables, and I will head in and join you. But it seems as if there's light inside, one of them may be here.
I'll ride around with you. We should not spittle it up. We've misplaced one ally. I really don't wish to lose another.
you guys misplaced an ally.
Yes, she's actually technically she's B. It's A, acquire Ismark. B, bring back Irina. C, catch all of the items for Strahd.
D, death to Strahd.
E, explore Dragonland for Zoot.
I have been working on my Irina.
Oh no. Oh no.
No!
Hello, it is me. I am the Irina with the voice. Hello.
Yep.
No. Oh my god.
And Esmeralda sort of looks at you all and just eyes you up and down as Isadora and no, I will go myself. It is okay.
I don't trust that.
I don't like this at all.
I'm gonna go invisible, and I'm just gonna stay inside of this wagon.
I mean, you're all out there. She would see you go invisible.
Oh, I thought I didn't leave the cart.
Well, you all went across the street with the cart to the Blue Water Inn.
Oh. I thought I was still inside because I didn't go into the shop.
Oh, you wanted to be in like the back of the cart while Esmeralda was out front.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you go invisible.
Yeah.
Isadora Esmeralda just sort of looks around and says, "Where is? Okay. You all are going inside. Where is Willa?"
Uh,
Angela.
Oh my.
I'm gonna
fuck-
tap into Hector and tell him to lie.
shit.
Tell him I went to the bathroom.
I think she went to the bathroom.
Can you lie better?
Make a
My
deception
God.
check, Hector.
No, he can't. I am playing that in character as well as Hector would be able to deceive. Hector is good at very many things. Deceiving, not so much. That is a 6.
Esmeralda just kind of cocks her head and.
I mean, that's what she told me.
Okay.
That's the
Wait,
truth.
She told you she was in the bathroom.
She said she was going to the bathroom.
Where?
I don't know. I've never been here before. You guys have been here before.
I'm gonna
Can
climb
we-
out of the fucking back, and I'm gonna go towards a fucking tree, and I'm gonna pop out from behind the tree, and I'm going to do this walk with my pants down. What do you want?
Why didn't you tell anybody you were going to the bathroom?
She told me. I told you guys that,
told
that she's going
Hector.
to the
Yes,
bathroom.
but we shouldn't.
It was an emergency.
Esmeralda, I hope you will not take offense to this. I would like to help provide you extra security. If you don't think I can manage that, I would like to keep an eye on you. We've had our fair share of trouble, and one way or another, I don't think we should split the group. I would really like to insist.
Fine. You come with me. The rest of you head inside.
Well, she can finish going to the bathroom first, right?
No, she cannot. Go inside right now.
I'm with Esmeralda. Fucking.
I like pull up my pants or whatever and just wander over.
I don't know. Maybe they have something inside. It's probably better than a tree.
I mean,
I don't know. I've never been here before.
Willow would know that they do.
Can I make eye contact with Willa and just like panic guys of give me some sort of link so I can mind shout at you if I'm about to die? I panic eyes.
You
Yeah.
panic
so
blackness at her.
Oh fuck yeah.
you
I
can
do.
I will
Panic
just-
sockets. Panic sockets.
Panic sockets. Jesus Christ.
So on my sheet,
Mhm.
I think it might be a feature that I have. Under actions, it says invisibility self only. Oh yeah, because it was gained from. Okay, so I can just go invisible whenever I want.
I have a question.
Yes, hang on one second.
It says I have Pallid Elf, and it's a gift of the Moonweaver.
Say it again, Willow.
It says I have. It's a Pallid Elf feature. It's the blessing of the Moonweaver.
Elf. Okay. I trust
Yeah.
you.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go invisible after I tell Hector and everyone that I'm following.
Once between long
Isadora.
rests, Willa. Just so you
What?
know. It's once
Oh.
between long rests.
What the heck? Why isn't it up there then? Okay, then never mind. I fucked it up.
Well, if you cast invisibility as a real spell before, you still have it. I don't know what you did.
Oh, shit. Okay, never mind. I'll just go in.
Okay. The four of you head inside while Isadora and Irina turn off to the side and go, or I'm sorry, Isadora and Esmeralda.
Can anyone else hear Tyler?
No, I can't hear him.
Tyler's just dropped, mic dropped or something. We'll be right back, folks. We're gonna get Tyler all situated, and then we're gonna continue with this. Thanks
What
for
are you,
tuning
Zachary
in.
Pinto right now? Who is that?
Zoot is what I am.
No, you're not. You're someone else.
All right, Tyler's back. Let's play.
You can also
I
cast
should be
sleep
back, right?
once a long rest, Leanna.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I'm back. Okay.
That's a good ass.
Sorry about
That's
that,
a
y'all.
good ass subclass.
That's cool, yeah. Sleep.
Okay. So, Isadora, you and Esmeralda turn the corner, and the second that you're out of sight of the rest of the group, she just turns to you and says, "Please do not be frightened. I wanted to do this alone because of how dangerous it might be.
She an ogre?
I need to take care of something that was... well, I don't even know if it's real or if it is going to be there. I just know that there is a possibility that it might be, and I want to make sure that it is dealt with before any harm comes to anyone."
I'll reach out and touch her shoulder and cast guidance on her and just nod.
Okay. Stay behind me. Go very slowly. And she takes you down the street. Not into the Mardukov stables, but further into... that's like 2, 3, 4 blocks away from the Blue Water Inn. And into...
I'll also give her my initiative advantage.
This area of the city that you hadn't seen before. It's a stockyard of some kind. Wagons and carts are lined up back to back to back. Basically like a storage facility for people coming in and out of the city to leave their carts, their wagons. No horses are here. They would be in the stable sort of across the way, but... and she sort of moves very quietly and drops the cart towards the front, walk in towards the front of the stockyards, and she just puts a finger to her lips and then motions for you to follow her. You walk down these rows of carts. Nothing really seems out of the ordinary. Nothing seems... it's just quiet. Deserted space. And she's looking for something very specifically. You see her eyes sort of scanning each one of the carts. And she turns a corner, and her eyes lock on a cart all the way at the end of the row. And you just hear her curse under her breath. It's gone. Shit, it's gone. Okay, well... shit.
What is it?
Just puts her head in her hands and just kind of sighs. And if a Vistana could express sort of annoyance, a tiger?
All right.
Yes. It's a long story, and it should be in a cage in the back of that cart. And she's pointing, and you notice there is a cage.
tiger.
There's no tiger, and the cage door is open.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, let's just let's go back to the inn, and hopefully it is long gone and somewhere far, far away from here.
All right. Would you like to keep this between us? Do you You mind if the others
Oh,
know?
I mean, at this point, I see no reason why I need to keep it secret. I just wanted to quietly
Fantastic.
take care of it if I could. But now that it is out, we should probably tell as many people as we can so
Well,
that we can all be on our guard for the deadly animal that is wandering freely around the city.
Yes,
Shit,
sounds good.
fucking
I do apologize.
bastard! And she's just like cursing this person under her breath.
Who are we angry at? We'll be angry at them with you.
Fucking Van Richten. It is. He is many things. A wonderful, brilliant mind when it comes to learning about and hunting monsters. He is a sick, disturbed old man in so many other ways, though, and this is his doing, and we will need to just find a way to solve it. I was trying to solve it quietly so that perhaps he would not. Well, anyway.
I do apologize, but burn me once, shame on you, and all that.
Yeah, I understand. Let's head back. And so
All right.
you both leave. The cart stays put. She's like, let's leave it in the stockyard. We will we'll have to pass here on our way out of town anyway, and we will pick it up. We'll be
All
quicker
right.
if we just and quieter if we go by foot. So the two of you make your way back. The four of you who went into the inn you sort of slowly open that front door and you are greeted with a pretty normal scene. It's almost as if you opened the door and like a record scratch happened. And Erwin and Danica just both snap their faces towards you, and the look of initial sort of panic and confusion makes way to just beaming smiles.
Somebody likes us.
Hi.
And Erwin just sort of, oh, this is wonderful. Welcome back. I didn't think we would ever see you two again. Or you four again. He said, wait, you are different. Who is... This is a different blonde person than the last blonde person you brought to me. And he's just pointing at Hector.
I'm blonde.
I mean, you are as blonde as you can be.
Wait, we haven't seen them since we died, have we?
This is my cousin.
Willa, are you saying that out loud in their heads?
No, I'm saying it I'm saying it to DM.
You have not.
This is my
Okay.
cousin. Or our cousin.
Cousin, welcome. I am Erwin Martikov. This my wife Danica. Welcome to the Blue Water Inn.
Pleasure to meet a happy face.
It is so good to see you. You, Wyvernborn, I wish I could understand and hear what you are saying, but for some reason...
You may not recognize me with my new face, but I can assure you I am Zoot. I am the big, scary Wyvernborn.
I guess I believe you, but please, friend, there is no reason to hide your true self among friends in these walls. Please, please, for all of our sakes, please remove that face.
Okay, I really didn't like it anyway.
All right. Let's get back to business. I hate doing that.
What has been happening? Where did you go? The last we saw you, it was a horrible day.
We had dinner with The land. And that's not a metaphor.
You ate dirt. I am confused. What?
Wait, maybe
Okay,
it is a metaphor. Hold on.
So we
I
we
mean,
went to
technically, you
your
guys did.
winery and semi-fixed your
We
problem.
had a meal with
well,
Baron
wait.
Lord.
Baron. The Baron is dead. You had dinner with the Baron.
No.
Oh no,
we
is the
had-
Baron the one with the big arm that we killed?
Wait, you killed who with the big arm?
No,
Oh, you killed.
nothing.
We killed a lot of
That I
people.
remember. Yes, you. Wait, one of you speak. Tell from the beginning. What?
We left. We
I
went to the
point at
wizard.
who's here, Willa?
Willa, Winnie, and Hector.
Point at Willa.
I go into their heads
Mm-hmm.
and I say, I can no longer.
What the
talk
fuck? What
anymore.
is happening?
I can no longer talk anymore, but I can talk inside your head. I died,
Uh-huh.
and this was the price that was paid. They took my voice and my mouth.
Right. Okay.
I'm just gonna give you like a too long didn't hear version of what's going on. All right, so here we go. So we went to the vineyard to check in on your fam. They're fine. We saved the
You
vineyard.
hear him just like give a deep groan and sigh. He like rolls his eyes and like looks at Danica, and she's just like, just
I can. Do you want me to make this like a three-way?
What?
I thought you said you went into their heads.
Oh yeah, like Danica.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like they get.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
It's already a
Anyway, so yeah, we went to the vineyard. That's where I died. Nice place though, overall. They're fine. They're gonna get things back up and running. Then we got invited to dinner with he who must not be named. And we went to his castle and kind of like locked us in and we ate dinner with him. We met some of his like wives. We met this guy that was kind of like bits and pieces of things put together. I met one of his brides and she was crazy. She showed me like this weird dead body art piece that she was making in the basement. So that was weird. Eventually we tried to sneak out, but then Zoot and my sister died. But they got brought back. I think Winnie hears voices now and Zoot is just like not always on it. I don't know. Also, Isadora, she died when we were at the vineyard too. She's got this like black stuff around her eyes and she can't like see really well. Hector is our cousin. He was actually held hostage in Strahd's basement. We actually found him when we were going to escape the castle, and we, brought him back with us. Oh, I also met a ghost who was pretty cool, and I found a loot that seems magical. And then we killed one of the witches at the mill, which is good. Oh, I lied. We killed two of them, which was really cool, and the other one ran away.
We killed all three of them.
So no, one ran away.
No. We killed one.
Wait.
We killed one in the village of Barovia, and then we killed the remaining two hags in the actual windmill.
I thought one ran
So-
away.
No.
Really, what's happening is you're just watching Willa stare at Erwin and Danica. They're kind of nodding, and every now and then they're like, "Oh." There's no words being said. So you just gotta trust that what Willa's saying is probably true and
Oh
accurate.
boy. I don't, but okay.
So other things that happen of relevance. Oh, we can't find Arena. We can't find her. We gotta find her. We don't know where she went. Like, I think we lost her. Also, Ismark is lost. We have to go get him. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. I don't know why they nominated me to do this. I'm drunk most of the time, and like everything's kind of like a blur. So I think this was a bad decision on their part.
Mhm.
So I think that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
So
I think it's
what I'm
it.
hearing is Irina and Ismark are lost forever. You are. There is one hag still at large somewhere. She escaped and ran away.
Is he saying this out loud or is he
Yeah,
still
yeah. No,
okay.
he's sort of
No.
recapping
That's-
for everybody.
Yeah,
And
no, we killed
No.
the hags.
Why did I think that we didn't?
Because you're drunk half the time.
oh, she did mention that. She said, "I am drunk at the time," and she wondered why those of you, let her speak for you all because she probably got a lot of it wrong.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Shall I now recap what she said to me to verify
No,
that it is true?
No, please, we had to live it. I don't need to hear it again.
So, highlight that I need to ask about my family. You said you went to the winery. You were killed there. My family killed you?
No. Zombies. The
It was an
undead, the living
infestation.
dead. It's like a ghost, but meteor.
They are dealing with an infestation, and it claimed Isadora and Willa's life in the process, who were then resurrected.
That is why. And it's about this time that Isadora and Esmeralda sort of get back into the inn, and Danica.
I'm in my mask. I don't have it
Yeah.
with me
Yep.
in real life, but it's definitely
But Danica just sort of like looks right past you, Isadora, sees Esmeralda, and just runs to her and like embraces her in this like the biggest hug you've ever seen. And you just hear them go into Vistani and just start talking like rapid fire back and forth about what you don't know. But Erwin sort of harps on it and says,
I know.
"You can speak." Oh, that's right, you can speak.
You don't have to tell me. It's fine.
Do you want to try to listen?
Oh yeah, I want to listen, but I don't want you to make up a script on the
Okay.
fly. But if you want to,
So
let's
you
go.
hear a lot of like, "I can't believe you're still alive. It's been so long since we've seen you. Where's Van Richten?" Esmeralda is asking like repeatedly. And Danica just keeps saying, I don't know. He left. He dropped the disguise and he left. When everything went down, he snuck out in the middle of the night and we have no idea where he went, but he's not here anymore. And Esmeralda, Willa, you hear the fucking tiger. And Danica goes, oh my god, like, I cannot believe that he was going to do that. What the fuck? It's just a lot of that back and forth.
You guys are gonna see Willa just kind of just look very confused.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tiger?
Did you?
What?
You wouldn't have heard that, Zoot.
Are
It
they
was
talking in heads
they're
again?
talking in Vistani.
Oh, they're
So
talking
they're speaking in Vistani, but
Vistani.
Willa can understand it. Yeah.
And I don't know the Vistani word. What's the chance that I know the Vistani word for tiger?
Make a history check, Zoot.
Great. 1d20. I got a 11 plus nothing. No, I don't know the Vistani word for tiger.
You do not. Erwin kind of has been talking to the rest of you and just saying, okay, the infestation explains why the wine deliveries have been so lax over the past few months.
Well, they also have another problem on their hands that they asked us to solve as well.
Which is...
There's apparently like a gem that basically made the lands bountiful and good for harvesting grapes for the wine that has gone missing. And so we're supposed to retrieve that as well. And I believe they said they think it's at Yester Hill. That's also on the list.
His face just kind of falls and he nods. Generations. And my fucking father loses the gem. Right. My family are, forgive the expression, assholes, but
Yes.
sometimes they can do the right thing. Did they give you anything when you were there? Were they helpful at all? Did they tell you about our history?
Not in detail. We would love to hear it. I
Oh,
love a
wait.
good
I feel
genealogy
like I
family
remember
tree
that.
tracing.
They did say something when we were looking at the field. They said something. Oh, man. Should write things down.
You should drink less, dear.
What she said.
We would love to hear more about your family history. We heard a little bit, but not in detail. Things were very rushed.
All right. Danica, pour the drinks. This is going to take a while. And she just sort of goes down into the cellar and comes back up with a new cask. And we're going to take a quick 5-minute break before we continue with the rest of this
Story time
history lesson. So we will be back probably a little bit more than 5 minutes, a little after 9:30. So stick with us. We will be back shortly. Bye, everyone. All right, we are back.
Are we back?
Oh, we're back.
I think we're back.
Back.
We're back, baby.
So, you all, Erwin passes around mugs of ale. And he kind of sighs deeply. It is, our family, you've probably noticed, is involved with certain aspects of the realm. We are men and women who know things about the history of the land. We keep tabs on certain individuals. And my relatives may or may not have communicated to you that we... Ever since Strahd came to power, we have been watching. And working from... Some would say from the shadows. I tend to like to think of it rather from behind a veil.
A veil of shadows.
A veil of... And Danica, you just hear behind her, says, feathers.
So cool.
Oh, the birds!
And,
You got that.
And Erwin just sort of looks over his shoulder at her and says, Danica, And she puts her hand on his shoulder and says, It is the worst it's ever been. We are at a crossroads, and we need their help. I don't care that They need to know. And he just sort of nods. All right. Do it. And she transforms into a raven.
Wonderful, marvelous, incredible.
And then she pops back.
You're the Watchers! You're the Watchers! You've been watching us!
Keep your
I'm a
voice
Watcher
down.
too!
Keep your voice down. It is our family.
This is exciting.
As I said, it is a very long, long tale, full of very terrible and terrifying histories. It is the sort of story that they just... Our family has been here for generations. We are a family that has been infected. Most of the members of our family are able to transform. We are lichens. We are just not the same sort of lichen that you would typically think of when you think of that illness. We can transform willingly. It is not something that is, determined by the time of day, the time of year. It is... We use it to our advantage. It is a curse that we have tried our best through the generations to turn into a blessing. It allows us to do certain things. Most of the creatures of this land are under the control of Strahd, except the ravens. They are ours. We call them to us, they follow us, they listen to us, they watch for us, they scout, they communicate, they pass messages. Our family has been doing this for decades, centuries at this point. God, it's been so long.
Them turn into people?
Who turns into people?
The ravens, do they turn into people?
Not all of them. Purely the members
so
of our family.
Some of them are just actually birds.
Yes, but they are our allies, not the allies of Strahd. Strahd.
Is there a way we can tell which ones are people birds and which ones are birds?
Have you noticed a distinct marking on any
Blue
of the
tip!
ravens?
The blue tip feather!
And he just sort of nods and says that is our family.
Willa, do you remember when you wanted to shoot and eat one? That would have been terrible.
And Danica just sort of looks at you, Willa. Did you not hear the messages from the Vistani that, and from anyone who you would have ever talked to, that killing a raven in Barovia is the worst possible luck?
Yeah, I learned that after.
She just sort of nods.
I haven't killed one. I was just creeped out because they kept following us.
I am, I'm troubled giving you this information. This is not something that anyone in the realm, save for Strahd and his lieutenants, his minions, whoever he has shared this information, knows.
We will keep it entirely private.
our family is known to the lord of this land. There is not really anything that goes on in this realm that he is unaware of. But our network, we are known as the Keepers of the Feather. He knows of us, loosely. He knows that we are opposed to him, and he knows generally that our family are the ones who are responsible for the core of the network. But it is his overconfidence that is his folly. He sees us as little more than an annoyance, a rumor mill, a sort of self-fulfilling gossip circle that simply passes information, rumors among different towns and sort of keeps those who are opposed to him occupied with false information or half-truths. And in part this is true. But there are things that he does not know.
Such as?
We have something of his.
Is it his wife? What's her name? Not
Tatiana.
Tatiana.
Ha. We have his journal.
Hey!
It was under the protection of my family at the winery. It is an old tome. It's seemingly nondescript, but it has it is locked. It is sealed. We have not quite figured out how to get it open yet, but when we do...
I pull it out and I open it. This...
And his face just sort of goes... A jaw drops.
I opened it back like a while ago.
What?
I even found the missing pages. Woo! High five!
You were able to open. How did you open this?
I don't know, just like a
Baby
normal phone.
genius.
Please put it on the counter. Let me look at it. And he sort of like grabs it from your hands and sort of lays it on the counter and starts flipping through feverishly.
I'll put it on the counter, just no grabbing, no need for grabbing. There's a lot of juicy stuff in there. I've read it all. My goodness. Woohoo!
It's really a shame for him. I personally never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to
But
read.
you've read, how much of this have you read, little one? Winter.
All of it? I mean, there's not much to do when you're on the road, you know, so.
Well, and he's sort of like staring at the pages, and you notice that as he's flipping through, there are pages with text on them, and then there are very quickly after like the first chunk, there are blank pages for the rest of the book.
Do I recall them being blank? I don't recall there being blank.
So you were able to read what Jenny gave you, those sort of individual pages,
Mm-hmm.
and you got through probably a good 15 to 20 pages of it. The rest are blank. And were always blank to you. So wait, this ends. How does? So okay, this is fascinating. And he's sort of like scanning the pages, and this is like
I haven't figured out the blank pages yet, though.
this is the earliest histories of. What are you? How does this end? These pages that you say you have read. What is the last thing in them?
It's like he's talking about a good buddy of his, and then like how, I was quite taken, Lady Isadora. This would be up your alley because there was like a love triangle. It was very interesting. Yeah, it was.
I hate a love triangle.
Oh no,
Nothing worse.
no. But yeah,
When you've been on the losing side, you don't care to repeat it.
So you were in a love triangle?
We can discuss this later. We're talking about the Count.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he loses the girl in the end. That's what. Maybe it's been a minute. I'll have to read it again, but
Interesting.
I haven't been able to figure out why the other pages are blank.
But you were able to open the book and read this first section.
Mhm.
Did you cast a spell? Did you do something? Was it magic? What did you do?
I opened it. Washa.
He and Danica sort of look back and forth at each other and just.
Not supposed to open it, Lady Is.
I don't know. I wasn't aware you had.
Well, I mean, I had to open it to put the pages back in.
I wasn't aware you'd done that.
Maybe I need
No! I read the pages from Ginny. I didn't know there was more. I I don't like the love triangle, but I would have loved to know the rest of the story.
Well, I'm still working on this, but I just like at least it's like all.
You'll have to recap for me later, all right?
Okay.
You tell me about that, and I'll tell you about the time my sister stole my boyfriend.
Oh my gosh! What a thief!
You guys have these pages?
Wasn't really my boyfriend.
I wanna pull out the pages I have. I have 39 pages from Isadora.
You know, it actually is referenced in one of them, yes.
I have these pages too. I want to help. What do I need to do?
You need to recite them aloud. That's the first.
I don't have the ability to read that well yet. It would take a very long time for me to read all these out loud.
I'll read them if you want.
Okay.
I would really prefer no one read them. I would really prefer.
That's me like reaching out the hand
There
of
aren't any
Hector and
juicy
Isadora stepping in.
The diary is where the juicy things are. Those are the sad letters I wrote in case I die. You can read them if you want to be sad.
Oh, I didn't know what they were.
Me neither. I'm gonna.
I told you what they were when I gave them to you, Zoot.
Probably.
I think we need some time with this book. If you were able to open it and interpret and read these early pages, there is a chance that the rest of this is, this is old. This is, based on the information we received, this book was something that he was writing in up until the point that we came into possession of it. It should not end hundreds of years ago with this one entry. It should have entries up until months ago, like very, very recent. The fact that we cannot see those yet means, at least to me, that there's probably more here on these blank pages that we just we
I
can't
think
access.
this goes back all the way to when before he was like the lord of the land kind of deal. It goes all the way back to when he was
that
mortal.
that is what I'm seeing in these early
Can
pages that I'm scanning.
can I walk over to it?
Mhm.
And can I close it?
Mhm.
And then can I try and open it?
Yeah.
Is it open
It
for
does.
me? Can I start paging through and see if anything pops up?
Yeah. What are you looking for specifically when you say anything pops up?
The blank. I want to look at the blank pages and see if I can read
Ooh,
anything.
okay, so you sort of flip to the end of the chunk that's already been kind of revealed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this going to help us kill the saints?
No,
And Erwin kind of cocks his head at you and just, what does he talk?
There's like 3 saints we have to kill. 2 saints. We already killed one. I told you we killed a lot of people recently.
You
Yeah.
killing saints? No, the Saint
no,
Androl,
no.
Saint.
He's talking about
No.
no. He's talking about something else.
Okay, sure.
Well, hold on. Well, is this diary going to help us find Ismark?
No, not that either.
Well, but then we're doing everything out of order.
New list. A, arrange the diary pages correctly. B, bring back Ismark. C, capture Irina with friendship.
D is still death
D,
distraught.
deliver the murder. Oh, death distraught is better. E, explore Dragonlands for Zoot.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Oh my God, we're just gonna keep adding things before.
You're really testing my alphabetical improv skills here.
As long as it's in order, it makes sense to me. Acquire. What? I already forgot. Diary. A for A. Is there a silent A at the beginning of diary? I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I can look into trying to get the pages back. It looks like Willa's trying to do something.
This is curious. I wonder if. Do you remember where you were when you were first reading these pages? What you were doing? Where, like, who was near you? Were you saying
I was at the
anything?
winery when I first got a hold of the book, and after they realized that we had some of the pages that were missing from it, they gave it to me, and that's when I was like, oh, maybe these should go in here. And plus I have a little tinkering skills, so I kind of mended the pages back inside the diary. And then from then on, I mean, whenever we were on the road or something, I could just open it and read it. We got the pages from Jenny.
I think I have an idea. You said you were in the winery when you were first able to open it. I wonder if it was the fact that it was near gem, or but you said the gem was gone. The gem had been stolen, so it couldn't be the gem.
What if it was near Irina?
Irina wasn't with us. We had her stay back for the fight.
What if it was near? What if it was near the saint? What if the saints opened a diary? Maybe we just take the diary back there and see what happens.
It's a lot of travel. We gotta go rescue Mark.
Oh, no. The first thing is the diary, so we can forget about Ismark until we go to fix the diary.
We're changing the order again. A, assist Ismark. B, bandage the diary into proper order. Wow, fucking words.
You said,
Bandage the diary in the proper order.
you said Ismark is at Yester Hill. Well, you need to pass the winery in order to get there.
Oh, see, look how easy that is then. We go get Ismark on our way to the diary land.
But if you were at the winery when these first pages were revealed, why only some of them? If the winery is what is the key, that still doesn't explain why only part of the book was revealed and the rest was not.
We left
Winter,
before
there
it
were
was
no-
finished.
There were none of the Fanes at the winery, correct?
No,
And
so
the sisters were tied to that?
so the sisters.
Wait, you said
the three
Fanes?
locations.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why Zoot keeps talking about saints. It's the Fanes.
We're not killing them, to be clear. Sometimes it's easier to let him explain things his way. We are, in fact, bringing them back.
You are.
We've brought one back.
Definitely
And
saw you
Danica
guys
just
kill someone.
Danica just sort of looks like, you are bringing back the sisters?
That's the goal.
Yeah, we
one
actually
down,
brought one
two to
back
go.
already.
What? Can
Only died twice. High five.
I ask
I'll give her a high
why?
We were told it weakened Strahd's influence.
Reconstruct.
Perhaps we were told wrong. At this point, it's hard to know who's told us truth and lies and rumors and beliefs and facts.
This
No.
book,
No, that
The-
makes sense. That
the-
makes
book said-
a lot of sense.
I literally pull out my chapter notes that I took when I was reading that one book in Lady Voctor's house about the Fanes. Yeah. It says he desecrated their shrines, and because of that, people stopped believing in them and more in him, and they lost their influence over the land, and he acquired it. Also, there's apparently a thigh bone that is considered a sacred relic, but it's really nothing to that of the power of the Fanes. So, fun fact. Shrine 2 is at Yester Hill under the trees. We got Shrine 1, which was the windmill, and then Shrine 3 is the swamp, where Barrett's once stood, now buried under 100 years ago swamp.
The swamp.
Yeah.
You have to go to the swamp?
Yeah, it's on the list. Or that's the third shrine location, apparently. But nobody knows about these things. Do y'all know about the Fanes?
We know the history
I
of
want to
them,
hear about the swamp.
but
Why should we go to the swamp?
that is a place of certain death.
Because of the dragons there.
Well, no, the dragons are elsewhere, but the swamp is. Oh,
Okay, I don't want to hear about the swamp anymore. Stop talking about the swamp. Where is elsewhere?
No, Zoot, calm down. We need to finish one thing at a time.
You guys keep changing the order. I can change the order too. Okay? A, ask about dragons.
That's good. I will give him that. That was very clever, Zoot. I'm very proud of you. Ask does start with an A.
Okay, let me. Danica just sort of like takes the spotlight goes to
This is
Danica
like
at this moment,
later,
and she's
we're
just
not
like,
finished the campaign.
Okay. The dragon is Argenvost. He was a. God, this is so many years. Okay. Argenvost had a following of many worshippers. Argenvost came to the land as originally he was a man. We all knew, well, we didn't, but our ancestors knew him as just a a warrior who came into the land in order to try and defeat Strahd and turn the land back away from the shadows. It is
Didn't he fail?
well, it was revealed after he was here for a while and was able to gain a following that this brilliant warrior
no,
and
he matched them
general
and
was
that's when he started killing people.
well, he was actually a dragon, and the dragon's name was Argynvost, and he had a cadre of knights around him, but well, the dragon was no match for Strahd in the end. There are many people who claim that the dragon was not killed and merely fled, but for all that we know, and we have it on fairly good authority, that the dragon is dead, is no longer. The home where his knights lived and where his temple was constructed, Argynvostolt, is, well, it is still in existence. It is falling apart. It is old and pretty much abandoned, but it is south of Vallaki, not quite on the way where you are headed, but it is certainly in that general direction. But that is the dragon. The dragon is... I understand, Zoot, why you may be interested in this, but unfortunately I do not have better news for you. As far as anyone knows, the dragon is long gone.
So if I'm just to make sure we're on the same page here, and I know what we're talking about, but just to make sure everyone is on the same page here. Argynvost the dragon had a following of many worshippers. Argynvost came to the land as originally a man warrior who came to try to defeat Strahd and turn the land back away from the shadows. And it was revealed after he was here for a while and able to gain a following that his brilliant warrior in general was actually a dragon, and the dragon's name was Argynvost, and he had a cadre of knights around him, but the dragon was no match for Strahd in the end. There are many people who claim the dragon was not killed and merely fled, but for all we know, and we have it on fairly good authority, that the dragon is dead and is no longer home in the home where his knights lived and where his temple was constructed. Argynvost is still in existence, but it's falling apart and old and is pretty much abandoned, and it's south of Vallaki in the general direction of where we are headed.
That is pretty much exactly word for word what I said, so yes.
All right. I know what A stands for, everyone. I know what A stands for. How do you spell Argynvost?
I am not sure. I don't spell things. I merely speak. So Erwin, do you have any I cannot help. I'm sorry.
Well, then it's my next job to... It is Zoot's next job to figure out what letter Argynvost stands for.
It starts with
so
R.
that we can put it... Argynvost.
As far as
that
Zoot's
makes a lot of
concerned,
sense.
yeah.
Sounds like an R to me. Yeah.
No.
Argynvost. Okay, well then... I hate you all, first off.
His flag means death.
But fire!
Argynvost.
I think we need to do the dragon for R. R for Argynvost.
No, Arg's at the end of the alphabet. Plus, last time we put you in charge, we ended up helping Lady Wachter.
We're not putting me in charge yet. We're gonna wait until we get to R for Argynvost.
Okay, when we get to R for Argynvost, then we'll put you in charge.
You're in charge, Zoo.
Sounds good.
While we're gathering information.
Yes, please, but I still need...
Do you know the name?
No, tell me. What?
Skyane.
Skyane.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Moving on.
Skyane. And
probably a demon
and
or a
Erwin
devil.
just sort of looks and says, Sicane?
Maybe. I was dreaming. It was a bit fuzzy. I couldn't hear very well. Is Sicane a name you know?
Sicane is it is a name that is whispered among certain dark entities in
Oh, I bet it is.
It is. I have not come across it before. I mean, it is. It's interesting. I would have to. It's been a while since that name has come up. You say it's you in dreams?
Yes, offering bargains.
It is typical of their ilk. Let me see what I can find out. I will. I will make a call. And by make a call, I mean I will call on someone.
With the birds, yeah.
Well, that is typically how we do it. All right.
So you will call or you will call?
Well, it is one and the same when it comes to us.
Okay.
Where was I? The swamp. Yes. Trust me when I say, do not go there.
Don't have a choice. You think we picked the swamp? But
We'll put it at the bottom of the list. Hopefully we'll have strengthened ourselves enough by then.
there's no other way around it. If we're gonna resurrect pain, we have to go.
We will do what we can
dip the
to
window.
provide as much information as possible, but that the swamp is the domain of probably the second most evil creature in this land compared to Strahd himself.
Which is
Her name is Lysaga. She goes by Baba Lysaga because she was once the Count's nursemaid and still considers herself to be the closest thing he has to a mother. She is not his mother. His mother is long dead and buried underneath the castle. This is a witch and a powerful sorceress who controls the entire domain of what was once this town of Beretz that is no longer. She is incredibly powerful, and it is an incredibly dangerous place. I must tell you.
Bottom of the list. It's going down there.
that seems fine. We'll beef up before the fight. And I nudge
No, it
Lady
did
Isadora.
And
sound
if we
like her
fall
name
at
was
that
Baba.
point, we'll have paved the way.
I feel like Baba starts with a B. Am I right?
Yes,
Correct.
but which starts
But
with a
swamp
W.
starts with an S.
When he gets the X, swamps or which starts with W.
Hey, Tyler.
Yes, Willa.
If I may, I'm gonna pop into Esmeralda's head,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna ask her, "Do you have a tiger, but in Vistani?"
And she just sort of perks up and looks at you, Isadora, like randomly out of the blue, and is like, "You already told her about the fucking tiger?"
I've been standing right here with you the entire time.
That's what I'm saying. Is
I even said
it
a
was
word.
magical. How did you tell her already? That was
There's a
I haven't
very
told
impressive.
her a thing.
I
There's a
speak
tiger?
Vistani.
I was gonna say,
What?
do they say this in common?
Oh, you heard me tell Danica.
Yeah, but thanks for telling everyone.
I see.
What's a tiger?
There's a tiger?
Think of a, do you know a panther?
No.
A leopard.
Yeah, I feel like he probably saw a leopard.
I was ready to keep going. I was like, jaguar, mountain lion.
Listen here, Hector hasn't been a lot of places, okay?
Okay, think leopard, but think 3 times the size, triple the length of the teeth, triple the sharpness of the claws, and triple the speed and agility. That is a tiger,
why do-
and it is fucking terrifying.
Why?
there's
Why?
one just
Where is
loose?
it?
Apparently, yes, because I was going to find it and take care of it. And by take care of it, I mean gently take it outside and send it to a farm somewhere up realm. But unfortunately, it was not there when I.
Whose tiger is it? Why is there? I don't.
We can talk about this later.
Can we? If it's just walking around the village.
Well, it's not in the middle of the tavern right now, so
How do you know? Do you have tiger sense?
No, but Zoot has danger sense.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Tiger sense?
Right on.
How do I get that?
my tiger sense is tingling.
Can I ride this tiger? Can I befriend the tiger?
It would take a fairly skilled handler to do so.
I can do that. I read a lot of books about animals.
Is it like a magic tiger? Like, why do you have a tiger?
All right. I do not. And Esmeralda just sort of
Is it
looks
a
at Danica.
Towson tiger?
Looks at Danica and Erwin. I do not know where this place is. What is this place? Just sort of cocks her head at you, Winter.
The what place? What place?
You said a Taozun tiger?
Yeah, yeah.
Just sort of cocks her head.
I read about them in a book.
You read about this in a book?
Yes. Mhm.
Winnie about to get a nosebleed too.
It's canon. Taozun is somewhere in the realm.
It's in a book. It was
In a
a
book.
fictional book. It was a fictional book. It's a
Next to the, it's next to the city of Umbaka.
What is Umbaka? Umbaka. Yeah, Umbaka. Yeah.
Umbaka and
Umbaka.
Towson, rivaling
Umbaka and
neighboring
Towson.
cities.
Ugh. Get me out of here.
Fucking
I'm
Umbaka.
moving.
All right. It is anyway, I had the
I just got it. I just got Umbaka.
Umbaka. Yeah. It took me a second and then I got it.
UMBC.
Well, I
right?
went there,
Yeah.
so we called it that.
All right. It is something. Okay. Remember how I told you Van Richten was my mentor?
Yes, very sick man.
Yes, not a great human being, and had a proclivity for hating my people in particular.
We don't like that.
Racist.
Nope, no, we do not.
So, he had this disgusting, horrible plan to, on the day of the feast of Saint Andrel, he was going to release this tiger into the city of Valaki and let what happened happen, and then try and blame it on my people.
Well, that feast didn't happen because Strahd took over first, so you win some,
Well,
you lose
I'm
some.
learning that this is clearly what has happened, but the problem is I don't know where the fucking tiger went. So that is just something that we may need to deal with down the line. I am not worried about it. I'm just saying that it's something that we should be watching out for and keep an eye on. But it is not in its cage where it should be. He may have taken it, he may have taken care of it already, I do not know, but it is not there.
So we're going to murder him, right, when we find him?
That's a very complicated
Not that I want to do
question
anything
for
Strahd wants, but
me.
also...
Are we talking about Van Richten?
Yeah, or the tiger.
Because I thought he was the hunter we had to find because he was going to teach us how to kill
We were
Strahd.
supposed to, but if it turns out he's a racist who
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to pin
Obviously.
big murder on Esmeralda's people, we're not fans.
No, not big fans. But he and I have a very complicated history that we will need to discuss at some other time. But for now, let's table that for a second, because okay, we have the swamp, which is horrible and dangerous, and we should not go there. She sort of looks at Erwin and Danica, and they both nod. And then we have this fucking book. What? clearly, Winter, you have read at least up until what you've been able to read. Does anyone?
Guys, the DM wants us to get this, and I don't know what it is.
I'm just. It is not a It is not a question of what anyone needs to do. I think it is just simply. There is information in this book that we have to.
I can dig it out. I'll do it.
Tyler, I have a question for you. So I'm into some shady biz. Like, I've been, around the block. Do I know if like invisible ink is like a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Do I know how to uncover invisible ink?
You pee on it.
You would know, given your background, that there are a few different ways of accomplishing it. You know that sometimes heat underneath the page would be some way to reveal it. You know that certain like solvents or different substances that you would maybe like rub onto the paper would reveal a hidden message.
And
I'm gonna try
I was gonna
something.
say I have detect magic. I could try that. That's the only thing I really have that affects my eyesight.
Do you cast detect magic?
Okay, I cast detect magic.
Yeah, the book on the counter. I mean, all of you are carrying and have various sort of magical accoutrements on yourselves and within yourselves. So your eyes sort of glaze over, and the room sort of turns into like a version of infrared vision, with like different parts glowing brighter than others. And all of your companions, including the Mardikovs, because while their were-raven sort of being is part kind of genetic and biological, there is a magical element to it. Everyone's glowing sort of generally the same, but you are almost blinded by this book that is sitting on the bar.
I'm gonna take out my tuning bug.
You're gonna take out your what?
My tuning bug, and I'm gonna slice my forefinger. I'm gonna like poke it,
That's bright.
and I'm gonna reach down to one of the blank pages and smear my blood across it.
No, don't do that.
Does anyone have dispel magic? Because that thing is just so full of magic right now.
You're gonna damage the pages.
So Zoo, you're watching your eyesight, like the blinding light, as Willa, unbeknownst to you, smears her blood on one of the blank pages. The light from the book just gets even brighter. And it's as
that's
if
good.
you're
That's good. You're doing
staring
something.
into the fucking sun. It is so bright.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but
If I look down at the pages, have they changed?
So as you smeared that blood, text started to appear, and when you lifted your finger, it faded.
All right, so I'm going to say everyone crowd around me. And I'm going to push my finger so I can kind of get more blood to bead. And I'm gonna start at the top and just kind of go along with my finger. And then if I run out of blood, I'll just poke it again.
Hey, Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
How long have the corpses been outside?
Oh,
Make a medicine check
Okay.
for when you sort of what you were able to gather when you walked by.
Hey, 16?
You would know that there's probably not much blood left in those
Okay.
bodies at this point, but it's
Figured as much.
definitely a good thought. Definitely a good thought.
I mean, rather than see my cousin like bleed out, you know.
It's she's fine. Don't
For
worry about it.
now,
I've got her.
There's like
Yeah, she'll
there's
be
dozens of pages.
right. Well, one of your sisters has a photographic memory. I can heal someone with a little nose boop. Where the three of us are a dream team for this job.
All right.
Do we have like a more elegant way to do this? Do I have a way
Yes.
that I can take my blood out? Can you take my blood out and then we can just
Let
kind
me
of rub it?
see. I don't know, but let me see.
Stay
Please, please go live.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, got two mouths. Ah! All right.
All
I'll
right.
be normal now.
I mean, normal is debatable.
Muted, Tyler. I guess so. I can hear you, but they can't.
We can hear you, but
It's okay. You don't hear anything Tyler is saying right now. It's not about dragons.
nope.
Nope, it's not.
I mean,
All
it
right,
could be.
I should be back. Okay, sorry, y'all. So, Erwin sort of leans over, and you all kind of gather around, and you notice that this blood that's being smeared on the page just isn't. I mean, you could do it this way. You would all probably have to like gut yourselves in order to get even like a few pages.
What does my intelligence roll give us, though?
It seems like you could maybe try to dilute it and like soak the pages, but you can see that as the drop on the finger gets further along, the words are even less clear towards the end of the line. So if you diluted the blood, it would probably not show them super clearly.
Let's bring it with us. I can dispel magic on it tomorrow, and if that doesn't work, we can keep working through it as we travel.
Sounds good. We should not be.
We'll get you that
ourselves
journal,
continuously.
Winnie.
We find the
No,
tiger.
probably not.
No, what if we can befriend the tiger or return it to Towson?
We're going to hope we never see the tiger.
Yes, I would like to never see the tiger, please, Esmeralda says.
Danica, is there anything we need to move quickly? Esmeralda wanted to check in on you. Is there anything we can do for you quickly while we're here, or anything we should know before we carry on?
I think, well, we are safe here. We've been left alone. Not knowing where Van Richten is problematic. There's no telling what he might be up to, and he may be getting himself into some trouble. It is...
B for Van Richten, it's on our list.
As long as the family is okay, I am less concerned. You mentioned this thigh bone, Winter.
Yeah.
It's connected to the hip bone.
It is also Saint Markovia. It is. Have you all made it to Kreshk yet?
We've covered so little of this land. No.
I just have in my notes that there's some sort of thigh bone, but it's a sacred relic, but power is nothing to that of a Fane.
It is something that, Kreshk is, if Velaki has fallen to Strahd and his minions, which it is clear it has, Kreshk has always been better at keeping itself protected. It does not have the size, the resources of Velaki, but it may be a haven for you all if you need it. Especially if you are attempting to go into some of these darker, more dangerous places. Just do not go north of Kreshk. There is a group of lycans, the type of lycan that you probably think of when you hear that word, who have been abducting humans and attempting to turn them.
We're probably going to have to fight a lot of them very shortly. Do you have any recommendations on how best to do that?
Why?
Silva, we're pretty sure that's where Ismark is. Or there are lycans there where he is.
Oh, Jesus.
We have like one silvered weapon, so if you have anything that's good against them, we would be eternally grateful.
I mean, anything silvered is going to help. It is attacking them with something not at least partly silver tipped is sort of a fool's errand. Otherwise, I don't have much for you.
I have my holy symbol back, which is on a silver chain. Winter, if I give you this and my sword, can you get it at least a bit, or can you use it on an arrow or something for Hector?
Yeah, I
The
could.
little moon is not. That's gems, but the chain.
Yeah, I could embed it into some sort of weapon.
Yeah, I don't remember if you remember, Kelsey, but out of character last session, at the end of the session, I'd asked if you could make me a shield or also put silver tips at the end of the whip.
Yeah, you did. I could definitely do that enhancement for you, I think. Okay. Especially with the silver chain. I will probably need... We might have to stay in town, because I might have to make use of the forge they have, because we don't really... I haven't invented
What's the melting point
yet.
of silver?
Make an intelligence check, Sam.
Super hot.
Or Google it, Sam.
I was going to say, well, actually, wow, yeah, that was actually not too bad. 19.
Yeah, you know the melting point of silver. Sure. Why not?
Jesus Christ, that's a lot higher than I thought it was going to be. 961.78 degrees Celsius.
There you
I don't
go.
know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Hot.
But it's yeah.
Real hot.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna need probably
1763 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, that's not a standard fire.
No.
So, how much silver do you have right now?
How much do we need the silver pieces?
Not in comparison to the weapons. Not at all.
And she just sort of looks, Danica just sort of looks at Erwin and he nods and sort of goes into the sort of coin box under the bar and just starts pulling out handfuls of silver as best and he's like, we do not have much, but you could probably fill a few small bags with this.
I've got 30 pieces as well.
Wow, 30 pieces of silver, huh? Just turn.
We have more money than that, but that's all I have.
In your friends.
I don't have the money. I am not the keeper of the money.
It was a biblical reference. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Judas.
I'm a fucking heathen.
Erwin.
Playing a religious character is so.
Erwin puts about
150
pieces of silver on the table.
You guys,
It's
hold
not
on.
much.
I have something. And I reach into my bag and I pull out the silver candelabra that I stole from the house the first time we played. And I just plunk it on the table. There you go.
I will put the chain from my necklace down, and then I'll pull a small silver spoon out of my backpack that I'll hold on to.
I'll
and just say
also
if we
pull out the
really need
candlestick.
it.
This was the one that I had used to make like a camera out of, but I've got a candlestick I still stole from his room too. I'll put it down.
I guess if we're all putting down our shiny things, here's mine.
We don't need the spoon. I would really
This
like
is,
to keep
I
it.
think this should be,
Keep the
Esmeralda
spoon,
just says this should be plenty for just to tip the weapons enough.
I put my spoon back in my bag.
I'll put down this ring I've got. I've got this beautiful ring that's got like pure runes.
No.
Okay, not that one.
No. No.
Okay.
Good thought, Zoot. Thank you. Don't let that off your finger.
Is this this all right, the book, the silver, we will sleep this evening. When you wake up in the morning, you will be able to hopefully try and reveal more of this text, yes?
Is it nighttime or is it like afternoon? Because it's afternoon, I think we should keep moving.
You hit hit here probably by the time it's probably like not close to sundown, maybe like 3, 4.
All right, no,
PM.
then you're right. We should sleep here.
Yeah, because didn't it take like a half a day to get here?
It took a half a day, so you hit Falaki around like mid-afternoon.
I'd like to spend the rest of the day at the
tomorrow.
forge if I could, to try and...
Oh, right, we have to do the forge. Yes, of course we can. Yes, tomorrow I can try and see if I can help with the diary.
Okay.
Up tonight and use the forge, silverify our weapons, and then tomorrow I can sleep in the cart.
Okay. Good. We will. You obviously are welcome to sleep here this evening. You do not need to sleep on the road or in the cart. We will prepare rooms and then. All right, to the forge, and while Winter prepares at the forge, do the rest of you have anything that you need to do in town, or it is best to keep a low profile? There are not many of us left, and Fiona, while Fiona is rarely seen anymore, her minions do patrol the streets at various times.
If they're gonna do the forge, I think maybe I'm gonna go to Yesterhill because Ismark is A.
The weapons are for Ismark. They're all part of A.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought A was Argenvost, the dragon.
No. Argenvost is S for swamp.
Wait.
R for Argenvost.
Swamp is
the swamp?
the
Oh,
Barretts.
swamp is different than dragon.
Swamp is
Those are both
W
at the
for
bottom.
witch. Swamp is W for
X,
witch.
right. X for R for Argenforce, X for W for witch. Wow.
And Erwin just sort of looks at
Instead of me
Danica and
teaching
goes,
Zoot how to read, I'm losing my
"We should
mind.
not have shared our secrets with them. This was a mistake.
You know what? You're probably right.
These are not the
You are
heroes we
not
are looking
wrong.
for.
Oh no.
Correct.
Better luck next
You are
time."
right.
So as you all come up with this sort of, you're going to go to the forge. A few of you are going to try and work on the book. And as you're ready to sort of go off and go about your tasks before you head off to bed, you hear a loud pounding at the door. And just a voice shouting, "We know you're in there!"
Can tigers talk?
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Fantastic, Sam.
All right. So we will pick up not next weekend, but the weekend after, I think. Right? Yes?
That's
Yes,
what I
people
had.
are... Someone's gone next weekend? Okay.
Probably.
So not next weekend, but the weekend after. And then we will... wait, who's gone next weekend?
Not me.
Not me.
I'm not gone.
Maybe it's
All right,
'cause-
great. We're gonna play next week.
We are gonna we're gonna
Is
play
it
next Sunday because
Tyler?
I thought this trip got canceled and I was like, oh, another person must have had a conflict because I'm good, but it must have been me thinking that work trip.
And
was
since you
still
don't have a
happening.
conflict, that means we're gonna play
But we are-
every Sunday in May.
We are going to play. Well, no, because we didn't play
Except
last
for
Sunday because of
Oh,
me.
wait.
The remaining
Oh, my
My fault.
Sundays.
Well, we didn't play last Monday because of me. That's why.
Wait. So we're not playing on the 29th?
No, we are. We
Oh.
weren't gonna play on. We weren't gonna play this coming
22nd.
Sunday
Right.
because I was gonna be in California, but I'm not gonna be in California anymore.
So if we're playing the 22nd and the 29th, then we played every Sunday in May.
No, we haven't. We
Yeah?
didn't play on Mother's
We
Day.
didn't play Mother's Day.
Oh, May 1st, right?
The
Yeah.
remaining
Okay.
Sundays.
No, May 8th.
Fair.
We didn't play May
Almost-
8th. We played May
Almost every
1st.
Sunday.
We played May 1st.
Tyler, just let it
All
go.
right, letting it
Tyler,
go. Letting it go. Letting it go.
No,
Okay.
we played May 2nd.
All right. Sorry.
We
Yes.
played Monday, May
which even
2nd.
doubles the reason we didn't play every Sunday in May. Because we definitely didn't play on May 1st.
Oh, we're losing our
boy, we're
minds.
losing our fucking minds. We're all in
Oh,
zoo brain.
boy.
I can't believe I forgot the entire alphabet at the end there.
All right, y'all. So we are gonna play.
I can't spell now. It's fine.
We are gonna play next Sunday, the 22nd, because I'm no longer
Yep.
on the West Coast.
Cool.
No.
Sorry,
Can
Kels.
next CalmarCon be like in California?
No.
please?
Why would we ever do that? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. That was good. That was nice. You're saving that up. I know we're usually over by 10:30. That's why you were
I
like,
thought,
I'm past the point. This is.
I thought that was gonna be like a sad sound, like oh,
Nope.
but that was wrong.
That
wrong.
was.
Nope.
Nope. Not even a little bit. All right, y'all. Well, so we will see you for game, not for Vamping for Time, next Sunday, where we'll find out who's at the door. And until then.
Talking tiger.
Keep rolling those
Lions
dice.
and tigers
Watch
and bears.
Avatar on Wednesdays.
Watch Avatar on Wednesdays
Oh
and keep rolling the
my.
dice. Bye, everybody.